Hello and welcome back to another legendary episode of the one and only Speculation Alley. It's your boy A-Bomb, and of course with me as usual is my brother from another mother, Crypto Dilly. What's going on, boy?
Not a lot, man. It was good to see you this past weekend. We got partied up, but yeah, I'm ready to get into another episode this week.
Yeah, what are we going to be unpacking for the folks today?
This past week, we got a lot of content from Puma, but what's really interesting is the video that came out that touched on Battletown. So giving you a quick recap on Battletown, you have individual parent NFTs that are actually work together with items within the 10KTF collection that consist of, shoes, a backpack, a midsection item, helmet, and then like a hand item, which is like a sock full of doorknobs, a FOMO sword, or even a flamethrower, right? So using those items within Battletown, you're able to actually get XP, which is an allotment of points for missions that we go on. So it's gamified. And what we found out later in season 1 is that the more points that you can actually accumulate, the more ape coin you're earning by going on these missions, which is incredible. And so the idea is to maximize your loadout and get items that are at different rarity points. So you have common, you have uncommon, you have, rare and epic. And so each one has a different multiplier and point allocation based on what type of item it is. And so if you have all those items and you match it with a PFP, you actually get other multipliers on top of that. And so you could have upwards of, 2,000 points for one avatar that you're loading into Battletown, which would be like max like points, right? But you could also go in with just a day pack and an avatar, right? So we're going to see a new version of this, and we've speculated for a long time that Battletown 2.0, Wagmi-san's Arena, is just around the corner. So why don't you tell me, based on the video that we saw last week, highlight some of the points that you saw that we should jump into.
Yeah, so first of all, Puma, when they did release that Slipstream, they wanted to let everyone know, the Slipstream video, they wanted to let everyone know that it's going to be able to be used in Battletown, right? So when they did that little promo, we saw some alpha, if you will, with loadouts and missions and whatnot. And we saw a few things that we haven't seen yet. First of all, a Gtag, it said requirements, it had a Gtag and a long-ass tape measure next to it. Now, this is similar to last year's Battletown, Season 1 Battletown, because in the beginning, it was sort of like everyone could join. You didn't need any specific item or IP to join the missions. But as it progressed, it got more advanced, detailed, and layered. And what I mean by that is if you wanted to join a certain mission, you either needed to have a certain IP or a certain item like a flamethrower, a day pack, something like that. And it seems like we're getting further into that sort of mechanic of really like I don't know, just defined and I guess customized, experiences, if you will. And I think it's going to be interesting to see. The biggest thing that I noticed was the 5 loadouts, the max, like it looked like party that you could load out. So if whales have 50 IP and 10,000 10KTF items, it doesn't seem like that's going to be something that they can use. They might only be able to use 5. We don't know that for sure yet, but it seems like that may be the case. And as well, inviting friends. We know that there was a badge given out to anybody that gave an allotment to mint one of those combat crates for them, and you got a badge for that. So it seems like they're going to be working on onboarding and getting more people involved. But what are your thoughts on what the Gtag or the tools can be used for? My biggest question is the Gtag going to be used, right? Do you think it's going to be like a one-time use case? It does say consumable on it. So is it like if I load this Gtag into a Battletown mission, is that gone now? And how does that all work?
So check this out. I actually don't think that it's a Gtag. I think that was a placeholder for a video, just so that way we got, our gears turning, right? Everybody's like, oh my God, It's a Gtag paired up with a long ass tape measure. What I do see here is that it's a frame for what is going to be the Battletown missions that we go on. And it looks like there's 3 missions. You have All Aboard, you have Marshall, and the Wild Wild West. Okay. And each one of those missions, what I'm thinking is that we're going to be claiming a PFP. Okay. You'll burn your Gtag for a PFP and you have to pair it with one of these tools. Either you have a long ass tape measure, extremely sharp, scissors, or the thimble. right? And if you have those, they're required to go on the mission for these first ones. And I think that is the way that these are going to be utilized in the first missions that we go on. And then going on missions with friends allows people that may not have those tools to actually hitch their wagon onto people that have already been a part of the ecosystem, that are OGs or just already have tools. And so they can benefit from going on these missions as well. And something that we had talked about long ago is, squatting up, right? And if you squat up, maybe there's, certain missions and different tasks or quests within missions that require certain tools or weapons to actually finish the mission. And so I think we're going to see them get very creative in the way that you actually pair up with groups to accomplish these tasks and quests. And it's going to bring a whole different level of community with it too. And perhaps maybe if you end up not going on a mission, or you're not able to utilize all of your assets, there's that other pool, which we noticed, which is bounties, right? So maybe you send one person from your loadout grouping, your wallet. You're like, dude, I don't want to miss out on a bounty. I'm going to leave him off, almost like a strategy play. So that way, just in case a bounty comes out, he's able to go on that mission.
Okay, so you got me thinking. The wheels are turning now. So you're talking guilds and teaming up and stuff like that. Do you speculate that we'll have teams against teams, almost similar to the captains, right? We had to choose our captain. It was Diamond, Atari, and Maybe, right? We had to choose one of them to back in our Battletown mission loadout. So do you think we'll be competing against each other at all?
I think so. Yeah. And I mean, I could see this being very different than what we're even imagining. The team is very good at leading us astray. They make us start thinking down one path and then it's completely different. I mean, hell, it could be hey, all the Onis, you guys, get your grouping together and it's battles versus collections, right? All the Moonbirds group up, all the Onis group up. You got all the Bored Apes, you could have a lot of fun with this. And that's what I think is going to happen, is they're about to really unveil some stuff, and it will be the Oregon Trail style Battletown to start with. And then it will transition into something a little bit more robust in the future, I think.
Yeah, I agree, man. I'm just really excited to see it. I think we are right around the corner for some Battletown missions, and that's another thing I wanted to ask you. When do you speculate, in weeks, months? What kind of time range do you see some Battletown missions popping off?
Well, we know that Puma Slipstream claim or reveal will happen this week, so I don't expect a lot happening in that capacity. I could see within the next 2 to 3 weeks we see something. I think Gtags happens first, and then whatever after that. I think that we would claim the Gtag, PFP, whatever that may be. We have a Battletown mission, and then after that, we're going to see the Gucci material utilized.
Well, what about what they said with Gtags being utilized in Battletown?
That's what I mean, though, is I think that's a placeholder in the video to make you speculate that you have to hold onto your Gtag and it's not going to be used for anything. I think that we use the Gtag and it turns into a PFP that then we pair with these different tools to use in Battletown.
That sounds pretty cool. I like that idea. Well, I mean, geez Louise, if we start seeing some Battletown missions within a month, I'll be freaking stoked. I'm so jacked for that. I mean, I think we've unpacked a little bit of the content here for everyone in Battletown missions. Get ready, get your loadouts ready. I mean, it's going to be really interesting to see how all this works out. I think there's always going to be that learning curve that everyone needs to sort of be aware of, and just make sure you're networking and talking to some folks to make sure you get the whole mechanics of everything. But I'm really excited to see what Battletown Season 2 looks like.
Yeah, for sure. And if you haven't already, go to 10ktf.wtf. It's actually a website that was developed by one of our community members, InkTube. And there's also a loadout calculator within the website itself. It's really amazing. It's incredible the way that you can actually calculate what your PFP paired with different items will actually give you for a point allocation. Go check that out. Use the tools that are out there by the community. We also have Rare Boy by Wyra. So, I mean, there's a lot of incredible things that you can look at if you're a newcomer to 10KTF. With that being said, let's go ahead and close out the video. I appreciate you watching this episode of Speculation Alley. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below what you have for speculation. And if you're up for the task, come on stage with our Twitter spaces that we hold down every single Wednesday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to talk all things speculation. We hope to see you there, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.